there, partner.
Lo and behold, he doesn't pick it up.
Like, out of respect for myself, I'm not gonna drink this shit.
Threw me into a dish. She's like, Mickey Mouse.
Just let the Nile fly, man.
What's the Jesus one? Last Supper style?
Wow, what are we watching?
We were watching a little BMF. You heard of this BMF show?
No, what's BMF?
I feel like Big Meech, Larry Uva. You don't remember that Rick Ross song, BMF?
No.
Blowing Money Fast or Black Mafia Family, one of the two. Anyway, Big Meech was one of the biggest fucking drug pushers. He was the one that Reagan was making all those diss tracks about, Reagan and Nancy.
Oh,
you know,
okay.
Say no. No, I'm just playing.
Well, Freeway Rick Ross. I thought that's who you're gonna
think about
bring
Detroit's Freeway Rick Ross.
Yeah.
But think about it going national. And this is true story or whatever. Big Meech is now, and his brother are now like in jail or in prison, have been for the past like 25 years, but I guess he's about to get out or something like that. Anyway, legendary street drug dealer, whatever guy, and his real life son plays him in the dramatized version of his life in the new show BMF.
Now, let me ask, is his son a good actor, or is it just like, hey, it's the kid's dad, give him the role?
He's definitely good in this role. I haven't seen anything else, but I know he just got casted for Euphoria. So
that tells me nothing. That shows fucking dick.
Well, I think he's going to have an acting career is what I'll say. You know, it won't just be a one-hit wonder. We'll see him in a bunch of stuff. But the show's really good. I've been enjoying it. So I'm pretty much all the way caught up. And they got a little documentary to go along with it. So
okay, that's kind of sick.
You know,
by the same
perusing
people.
a little doc. Yep.
Okay, I feel like more people should do that because like
Masters of the Air did it.
Oh, okay. Well, so did like I guess
which was very swag.
Band
no, not
of
to take away from what you're saying.
No, Band of Brothers did it too.
Do it.
Yeah. But like I hate when you're watching like a dramatized version, you're like they're just making this like conversations up. Like if you at least had the documentary to like supplement it to where you're getting real info, you're not just getting got the whole time. I would watch a lot more of those.
No, it's true. You never know which part's the dramatized version and which part's the real.
Exactly.
Based off a true story part.
And that's like Sandlot based off a true story. It's like, I mean, fuck, okay. Kids played in a Sandlot. Like, how based on a true story?
A kid made new friends. Sick.
Right. Based on a true story. Nice. Okay. Fuck you. No. But damn, that's interesting. I've been listening to I got off the Rogies for long time. Yeah, it's been a couple months, and
that's why your hair looks like that, or
no? Wow.
Oh, other Rogies, the Hoagies, Joe
Hogan, Jacques. I mean, speaking of, shout out to fucking Alan Sanchez and anyone else who went to ADCC and fucking balled out this weekend. ADCC trials, not ADCC, but jiu-jitsu tournament.
ADCC?
It's like ADCC's like Olympics for jiu-jitsu. And so they're in odd number years every other year. But the trials for the West Coast were this weekend. And we had a few people from our gym go out. Unfortunately,
you showed up to support?
No, it was in Vegas.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
It's the real deal.
Oh, no, it's legit. Like, and then ADCC, like the actual tournament itself, like it's kind of fucked up because the prize money's been $10,000 for the last like 15 years, right? Or 15 tournaments.
No.
Yeah, 10,000 and it's like 10,000.
I'm flying to Vegas.
Well, exactly. And not even that, like it's not always in Vegas. Like I was in Brazil a lot because like it was, I mean, jiu-jitsu headquarters, like, you know what I mean? Like a lot of things, but the payout's never been more than $10,000. So you have like half the sport being like, well, fuck, if you want me to compete, like I'm getting $10,000 for like a regular match, a show, you know what I mean? Like the top of the world guys are getting paid out. And then the other half are like, fuck it, it's the Olympics. Like you're here to see who's best. It's not about the money. And so it's like, I see it both ways, but tough. But we had
10,000. It's almost like the $1 tip on DoorDash. And exactly. I just had a debate with someone about this. Let me hear where you stand on this. Is it better as a DoorDash delivery driver to receive a $1 tip or to receive a $0 tip? Now, the argument made to me was if you see a $0 tip, you just think to yourself, oh, this person just can't afford it right now. They can't afford to tip, so they didn't tip. And if you see a $1 tip, you're like, wow, really? Just $1? So obviously, I think a $1 tip's better than a $0 tip. Where do you stand on this?
Now that's a tough one because I'm not a DoorDasher. I never I refuse. I got a great DoorDash story from this weekend though. No, but exactly, it's a dollar a beer is plenty, and a dollar for a DoorDash is plenty. I hate to say it, no one wants to be that guy that's lowballing, but like, what?
No, but the point is that you don't get taken off of the lowball spectrum just because you don't tip at all.
No, exactly. You know? But the thing is,
what if they think?
But what if that's all the person could afford? And the DoorDash one's tricky because it's like if you can't afford to tip, like stop DoorDash, like at least go out.
Stop
because
DoorDashing.
There's other fees on top of that. But
I mean, you know, I come from the service industry, so it's not like I'm anti-tip.
Right.
But a tip is always optional.
Always optional, and it's
if I serve you and take the food to you and take your plate off, and I'm the one that took your order. Yeah, I do expect a fucking tip. Like there are certain environments where I do expect a tip. A $0 will be $0. But at the end of the day, if I get a $0 tip, they didn't owe me that tip. They really did.
100%. And that's always like I've had.
I hear the haters already. I hear the haters already.
Suck it. Dude, I've worked in the service industry very little, but it's like, as dumb as it sounds, like them like being like pulling out their wallet and being like, oh, I don't have cash. Like that's good enough. Obviously you want the money, but second best is them being like, oh fuck, I wish I could tip you right now. Or like you see a high school kid who clearly has enough money for just what he's buying. It's like, cut him a break. We were all there. Exactly. Like I don't know. That's a tough one. I think the dollar tip for DoorDash is fine. If it's a crazy order, that's one thing. Or if you're going to the store for them, that's another thing. But like,
if it's New York City and you know they're on a bike, but again, like no one asked you to do that. But
that's the other thing. No one asked you to take that job. And some saying that's the only job I can get in this economy.
This is my point about the service industry is like they rely on tip culture to not pay employees more. You know,
right?
So it's already like assumed if you're gonna get a serving job, it's like minimum wage. You know, because the tips are where you get it. You know,
so quote unquote. But
you know, so I don't think tips are how I make my money excuse. I don't think it should be dealt at the feet of the customers.
No.
You know, I think it's more so like let's get paid a little bit more so we don't have to rely on tips, so you can work the fucking job without having to fucking.
Well, exactly. You know? And now they're throwing in on your receipt the livable wage fee. I mean, that's fucking crazy. That is
right. No, that should be the employer.
100%. And even if
raise the prices if you have to, I'll pay an extra 25 cents per pancake.
100%. Don't let me see that. That's crazy. Do that on the back end. Fucking just bump the prices a little bit.
Just bump my price. I'll still come. Like it doesn't matter.
Well, and that's the thing too, because it's a surprise at the end. At least if they have it on the price, it's like okay, you know about what you're paying. But when you get a 15% bonus gratuity, I mean I would call it a gratuity. Like that's like a tip. Like what are we doing here? That better not be taxed right into the pocket of my server, like because it's crazy.
Well, then here's another thing. When we get to places where there shouldn't be tips, like Starbucks, for example, is one that I have in mind. It's like there should also be a screen that whoever is asking the tip that's flipping it towards you. First, there should be a screen that gets flipped towards them that said, would you like to tip this customer out of your tip pool, you know? So if the customer made your day, it's like, yeah, I'll tip them $1. I'll make $1 less here, you know? And if they don't want to tip, I mean, they don't have to tip me as the customer.
I see where you're going with this.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so then it's like
very much so.
It's like you hit your screen and then I'll hit my screen and we'll both not tip each other.
It's honestly.
And if you tip me, how about this? If you tip me, I'll tip you whatever you tip me. I'll tip it right back.
I mean, that might defeat the purpose of the whole tip in the first
We'll
place.
do the whole Three Stooges.
Exactly.
You owe me $5. No, you owe me $5. Well, here's the 5 I owe you, and here's the 5 I owed you.
It's crazy.
I
mean, that's literally what I don't know. I don't want to get too into the weeds.
Economic system we live in, Jim.
Right.
We're getting deep today.
But
all right, before we jump into fucking geopolitics and economics, let's talk about the surprise guests. 2 surprise guests that I saw this past week.
This is fun. This is a good segment.
And after that, I have a fight story. So people, strap in your fucking seats. And I won't even mention the fact that I had a full-on conversation with Gary Vee like 2 days ago, or that I saw Issa Rae from Insecure use the TSA pre-check line, not a Clear member because she doesn't want to get recognized. I recognize her. Wow, Did we make eye contact? Yeah. Is it awkward because I'm staring at her trying to see if she is who I think she is? Yeah.
A little bit. Is pre-check better than Clear if you had to rate them?
No. You know what's the sneaky? I actually was going to pull out a graph for this pod. So this is how I rate your intelligence scale in terms of how you can be efficient at the airport.
Right.
All right. Level 1, the dumbest fuckers or the poorest fuckers, whichever one you fit. Just the fucking general boarding, you know? In terms of if you're looking for the most efficient way to get through, general boarding is not your way. Now, the next group of dumb motherfuckers are actually the TSA pre-check fuckers. Because they think TSA pre-check allows them to skip the line, but it doesn't. It just puts you in a different line where you don't have to take your shoes off after you finish that line. So this is where you'll see a lot of the business folks, or not even a lot of the business folks. The business folks are going to have TSA pre-check and Clear.
Oh, both.
And that's the third dumbest group.
Wow. Okay.
There's 5 total.
Okay. I like this. Okay, so the number 3 is the guy that has Clear and pre-check.
TSA and Clear. You bought the VIP package, but there's more VIPs than there are general attendees. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Not actually, but it's like you thought you were getting a really exclusive package, but it's like everyone bought that exclusive package. So now it's just like, excuse me, too many people in the VIP room. Like you thought that's the limit of all you can buy to make your life easier at the airport. And because of that, that's what everyone buys. And because of that, unexpected line.
Right. Still
Next,
better
you
than
just have,
the
now we're getting
line.
into the now you're smart category.
Okay.
You just have the normal Clear. Just fly through, normal side Clear, keep your shoes on, fuck it.
And now this is a retina scan. Does that not seem a little sketch?
Well, I think that's why Issa Rae doesn't do it.
I feel like that's why a lot of the smart motherfuckers, the pores as you want to call them.
No, exactly.
Fuck
you're
this.
Right. Except that they got cameras all over that bitch.
Fair.
And the facial recognition technology is going to get it, whether there's a middleman in there or there's not. You know, they have the picture of your face, and then they'll secondarily use the biotech. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, that's why the people that wear masks are making a comeback in this biometrics,
I see. I mean, that really, the masks were crazy. Like Philadelphia, they're wearing the shiesties just going around fucking shit up.
No,
it's like,
that's
not the mask we're talking about.
I respect all business owners that say no shiesties in the store.
100%.
No shiesties in the store. I don't care how cold it is.
Sick.
You're not Aaron Rodgers. Like, this isn't Lambo. It's not that cold. I don't want you wearing a shiesty in my store.
No. Okay.
Anyway,
smartest group at the airport.
The smartest group at the airport? Priority boarders.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Priority will never, ever, ever have a line. It is the fastest. You're more likely to have a line in the previous 4 categories. And you pay more for 2 out of the 3 of them.
I was going to ask, what's priority cost you? Is it like airline to airline, or is it like...
That's what you buy with your ticket. Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's like, it depends. It's like, I think it's like extra $20. You know, I think they try and pitch it for like the seat that you sit in the plane, which ironically, if you're sitting in first class area, front of the plane, if it were to crash, that's the first place that dies.
I've seen that video of them crashing the plane in the desert so many times, and I always go like
baby.
four rows behind
right
the wing.
behind the wing.
Exactly,
behind
4 rows
wing.
behind the wing, and you're just sitting there, and you're just on a roller coaster at that point. But fuck it, you're living, baby.
Oh man, good
love
times.
that.
But shout out all the priority boarders out there. They're the ones that really get it.
Shout
a
out.
sneaky thing.
And John, my brother is so fucking lucky. I think because he flew so much with baseball and stuff that he got priority through like a bunch of the airline, like it's built in, and they haven't since taken it away. And so he's always like Southwest. He'll be flying like a something, and I'm like, fuck, like it's you forget how nice that is on shitty Southwest to like be able to pick a seat. The best. Have you learned any more little tricks of the trade from the airport? And now that you've been there for a few weeks, are we packing our bags the wrong way? Are we doing what's
packing my bags. I'm getting the fuck out of this airport job ASAP. No, I don't know. Honestly, one thing I'll say is that the laptops stay in nowadays, ladies and gents.
Really?
The laptops stay in the bag. All right, we've updated technology at the airports, at least at San Diego. Don't take your laptop out and just have them tell you.
Do you guys have the new white machines?
That's all I got, Jim.
Like I feel like the new white machines, like they're like crazy. I don't know. San Francisco had them.
I need to make this racy. I mean, what's the color got to do with it, Jim?
The black ones they threw out a long time ago. No. But that's the only place where I've ever seen them be like, keep the laptops in, like don't remove them, blah blah blah. And I'm like, fuck, it makes it so much nicer. I mean, if you get laptops and shoes, like every once in a while on a slow day, they'll just be like, fuck it, we're wanding people, and it's like the best thing ever. I'll take a wand over. Everyone should be able to get, and you can, I guess, you can choose to get wanded, but
I've done that where I'm like, hey, can I choose to not go through this machine that's going to fry my brain? And they're like, yeah, like you can. We're just going to have you wait right here. And I was like, never mind.
Yeah, right. Not worth it. Fuck it.
Oh, I have to wait for a minute? No.
And then have someone follow you around the airport while you're here the rest of the time, I'm sure. No, thank you.
All right, Jim, we've had a cliffhanger long enough on the special guest that I saw this weekend.
Oh,
Two of them.
Yes.
And the fight story.
And Gary V's not one of these special guests because you mentioned Gary.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Wow.
I just casually name drop Gary. Like, I don't even call him Gary V. That's just Gary.
Now, let me ask you this. How long before you're his assistant? Before you're just fucking dropping the airport job?
I'm not going to lie. I just saw an Instagram post that his wife posted of them hosting like a dinner at their home. And it's like 6, maybe 8 people sitting in very like fancy chairs, perfectly spaced out, like all facing the right. Like it was just exactly what I imagine a billionaire dinner to look like at their own home.
So annoying, and I hate how they do it. And then it's like they just invite the richest, most famous people, and they have to come.
Like, this doesn't look like fun.
Exactly.
Like, it looks like
miserable.
Everyone's just trying to maintain their status at the table type shit, except Gary, who's like
holding court, being a fucking loud maniac.
Talk. Exactly. Crazy. Literally, how awkward.
I mean,
it's like he provides all his best content on Instagram. Everyone at that table watches the clips and then has to sit at dinner and listen to him rinse and repeat
exactly.
the same shit that he's been saying on Instagram for the past decade.
We've heard it, Gary.
Do you want to hear the actual thing that he was talking about?
Oh, you heard him when he was going by? Yes, please.
I heard him. It was exactly what we just described. He was like holding court, like talking, and he goes, yeah, do you know that even if they're feeding the cow bullshit, if they feed them one little bit of grass at the end, that's grass fed? And everyone goes, oh, and he goes, yeah. So we've been having to take a look, and they go, oh, and I go, oh my elitism, get the fuck out of here.
Fucking the gawk on Gary. That's so, dude, it's crazy, and that's the thing, and that's why I hate working in an office space too. Is because you just have to. Everyone sucks off the boss. Doesn't matter who they are. It's suckfest 24/7.
I hate any type of job where you have to be a character.
Right.
You just can't be your exact self doing your job. You know? Any job where you can just be yourself doing your job is fire.
Right. And that, I mean,
not to get depressing here, but it's like any job where you can't wear exactly what you want and say exactly what you want, they are buying your freedom, you know? Say they pay you like 60,000, 800,000 a year, but you have to wear a special set of clothes and a fucking. It's like, dang, is that really what it's worth to me?
And that's, I'm there. I'm like right there with you, but then I get to the point where I'm like, well, fuck, I can throw on a pair of jeans for 65 a year. You know what I mean? Like,
no, exactly. No, trust me.
But
we're all there, Jim. We're all there.
That's funny you said though, because first week at the new job, starting up, I got a full week under my belt, and so
how's it been?
Well, it's been good, but yeah, I mean, I've been driving the company van.
A job is a job is a job, huh?
Yeah, and
you driving all palm?
all come on, man.
No grip?
No
all
grip.
Palm?
All grip. It's like an Astro van looking thing. It's a fucking Mack. It reminds me of the Suburban back in the day. They're like, have you ever driven a car this big? I'm like, come on, bitch. But yank. Let's go. But anyways, first week I overdressed like a motherfucker. And that's like the worst because you don't really know what to expect going in. I kind of talked about this last week, but it was the first day. So I was like, I'll stick to it.
You went double-breasted?
Not that overdressed. That'd be fucking crazy. Showing up on the first day, just like in a top hat.
It's so awkward when people show up for a nice job where like you're allowed to wear sweats at the job, and they show up like suited and booted, and they see you in a hoodie and sweats, and you're like, "What's up, dude?"
Well, that's like the last.
You trying to buy this place or what?
It's crazy. On at Google, they would do like the last in the building I was at was like the last Friday of the month would be like Fancy Friday, and I'm like, I did this in high school. Like, I'm not doing it again. And so people would show up in literal like suits and shit. And then I would be there in borderline sweats and just like a baggy hoodie and being like, you guys are fucking dumb. I'm comfortable. It's Friday.
He doesn't even go here.
Exactly. But anyway, so I overdressed. I'm wearing like a long sleeve button down the first 2 days. And I'm like, okay, obviously I'm overdressed. And they have me shadow this other guy. And this guy's wearing like a Harley Davidson shirt, like ripped jean. I'm like, what in the fuck? I'm like, okay. And so like I finished out the week wearing polos. I was like, I can't go that drastic that soon. I got to kind of peter off.
Ease. Oh,
exactly.
Definitely.
And then Friday, fucking hit the t-shirt. I was like, okay, a little.
But like a nice t-shirt, right? It wasn't like a Virginia Tech. It was like black tee, something like that.
Shout out Mike Vick. Now, you know what? I found one t-shirt that fits me the right way. It's crazy. I don't know what it is. It's just this. It's not even a shitty t-shirt, but it's from like a what do you call those? Like a military surplus store. It's like just kind of like a throwaway shirt, but like it fits so well. It's sick.
That's the most Jimmy story I've ever heard,
so,
dude. Just finding value at the military surplus store.
It's so perfect.
Didn't you used to get like BB guns from there and stuff like that?
Not BB guns. I got a long list. I got
camo outfits for BB gun fights.
Grappling hook.
I remember there was like something.
I would just fuck around there. Grappling hook. I got a gas mask, fully functioning. I don't know, just random shit. We used to play with BB guns though. Fucking pop, pop. Shot Mikey back in the day with the BB gun. So bad. I was hiding behind a fence. There was a crack in our fence, and
guess what?
Bink.
He deserved it.
No, he was literally just standing there shooting hoops. He just got clipped. I fucking Ja Moranted his ass. But anyways, back to what you. Okay, so you see Gary V. Who else did you see? We got two more.
Not Gary V. Yeah. So I saw two people I haven't seen in a long, long time that I was very happy to see. Both of them were asking about you, Jimmy.
Wow.
So the first one is a Willow Glen legend. Do you want to play the guessing game at all? Should we play a little game of Guess Who or not?
I mean, if you want, yeah, sure. Okay, let's play the first one. Did they play a sport?
No. Oh, loosely a WG ledge, very loose.
Oh shit! Oh no, very loose. I don't.
All right, here's your hint. They're a parent.
Mr. Sullivan?
No, so I saw Chris Mills this weekend.
Oh shit, that's
Daddy's
awesome.
Mom. I was like, we're not gonna waste 30 minutes.
No, I would have never got that from WG Ledge, but she is a WG Ledge. Wow, fucking shout out Chris Mills. How's she doing?
She's awesome. She seemed full of life, very full of life.
That's what I was gonna ask. The energy's still out the fucking
energy
world.
Still on 100. Golden Retriever energy. The spirit of Gracie lives through her. You could just tell.
Is Gracie still alive?
No.
Oh shit.
I know, right? God, R.I.P. Gracie, R.I.P. Duke.
R.I.P. Duke.
Shout out to the draft we're doing today. You see me. Anyway, saw Chris Mills, so she was in town. Chad organized a little get together so she could see everyone.
Nice.
Of course, she's sober, so she was just pouring everyone beers. That was her drinking, It
It's
was just
so
pouring,
crazy.
making sure everyone's cup was always full, and it was just awesome.
Wait, on that though, I love Chris Mills to death, but like most sober people are the exact opposite. They're like, can't be around it. Like, not even that it gets them tempted, but they're just like, I don't want to be around it, yada, yada, yada. And then she's always been like, no, like, do what you want. Like,
she was just so awesome.
It's the
She
greatest.
seemed so well, and it was so good to see her. And along with her, not with her, but someone else that was at that same occasion, a Deanza legend. He goes, first question one of the first questions he asked me, first of all, the guy has blown up. He had full beard. He looked like freaking Scooter Braun.
Is this
like
Butch Nassity?
This is David Ressa.
Oh my God.
Fucking legend. He goes, dude, what's up with Jim? What's he been up to? I go, dude, he actually started a podcast.
Nice.
Yeah, so I fucking went ahead and plugged it.
Love
We're
that.
reminiscing about the good old days. He's been making a killing on the baseball betting.
Oh, really? Yeah.
He goes, baseball's the easiest to bet. And I go, all right, man.
Predictable. If you got pitching matchups, exactly. A lot of data. But if you got the good matchups, what's he up to? I remember last time I really talked to him, he was like, I'm trying to get into the CIA. Like,
whoa.
Yeah.
I didn't remember. I don't think we touched on his employment, but he's happily engaged.
Sick.
Been living with this girl in Beverly Hills for some years. So
Beverly Hills.
That's exactly what I said when he said
How
it.
can you not?
I mean, awesome. So that's about it on the update. After that,
nice.
We're at this place called Tap Room. We're eating, we're drinking, yada yada. We make the move to the next bar, which is Tavern.
Mm-hmm.
Drinking a little bit there, yada yada yada. I end up going home. The next day, I get a text from one of my roommates and one of our good friends, whose name shall remain nameless at this point.
Oh no! Yes.
Saying, remember my high school bully that you beat the shit out of back in the day, and he threw a rock at your head
are we saying his
and
name?
almost broke your collarbone? Huh?
Are we saying Joey's name?
Yeah, we can say
fucking piece of shit.
I mean, I don't want to put all my boys
no.
We'll
don't say last name, but yeah, okay, Joey. Yeah, piece of shit.
Middle school bully of one of my best friends, high school bully of another one of my best friends.
Just a classic Saratoga Deutsch bag. Hate to
just
see
a piece of shit. Long story short, I think I told this story on one of the first pods we did.
I think so.
He fucking bullied my boy back in high school at a Saratoga party. No one was there. And then yada yada, we end up on a bus with him, like going to Shoreline. Fight breaks out. I drop him. I drop his punk ass friends. They pull up on me later, jump out of a car, 3 of them. We get to blows in the middle of the street. I end up getting a freaking 10-pound boulder ass rock thrown at me.
That's crazy.
Hits me in the collarbone.
That's still
could have died that night.
That hits you in the head. You're fucking hitting your head on something else, bleeding out. I mean, see you later. That's crazy.
Horrible stuff. Horrible stuff. So this guy's had it coming for years. We've seen him out and about at bars before. I always just give him the how you doing, keep it moving, yada yada.
Oh, yes.
Like that's.
Oh, I love this. I love not being the guy. I love being like number 3 in the guy who's about to fight's group, because it's like you don't even have to be the first one to jump in. His boy's got his back, and then once it gets crazy, you can just kind of it's chaos.
Absolutely, and my theory on street fights. Go first, go fast.
Yep.
Go first, go fast. Get as many shots as you can until it eventually gets broken up by someone, and then you won.
Right.
And you leave. So this is all through the grapevine at this point, because I wasn't there for it. Later that night, they're at another bar, Flamingo Deck, and they see this guy, and I think they're already drunk. And this is my roommate and one of our other best friends, and our other best friend goes, "Dude, if I run into him, I think I'm just gonna beat the shit out of him."
Damn.
For me, hearing this story, I'm like, aggressive.
Yeah,
Like, whoa, we've seen this guy so many times in public and
That's
have
what
not
I
done
mean.
shit.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
And he's not going to expect it. I mean, how many times has he seen you? And this time, after 10 years, you're going to fucking do something? That's kind of crazy.
Literally. So my roommate's the one that has been in an altercation with him before. The other guy has not. And so this Joey guy's walking to the bathroom. They cross paths. And my roommate and my good friend pushes him to the floor. My roommate, who was the one that got beat up with him by him back in high school, just gets a million shots on him, jumps on him, starts beating the shit out of him. They get thrown out the bar.
Worth it.
Yada, yada. Oh, some words exchanged, yada, yada. My boys leave. They're walking down the street. Tell me if this sounds familiar. The Joey and his boys roll up on them wanting smoke, right? And so my roommate turns around, he goes, "Hey, this ain't high school anymore. What's up?" Yada yada. He's like ready to throw down. And then I guess Joey's friend tries to pull up. My roommate's friend drops him. They're blooding him up, beating him up in like some parking lot.
Yes.
And then pepper spray just comes flying from like the security guard of the parking lot.
Oh, what
Everyone
a pussy.
Gets sprayed up. Our boys, their boys, everyone except for Joey gets sprayed up because he was on the sideline.
Exactly.
So,
dude,
that's everyone, including a third one of our boys who I didn't even know was in the story. So I guess everyone just got sprayed the fuck up with pepper spray. God. And that was that.
And so did no cops came, they were able to just it just diffused it right then and there. I mean, you can't see it. You're fucking.
It was over. I mean, it was over. It was Jover. It sounds. I mean, me and my roommate had been talking we were kind of due for a fight. It felt like we've been roaming these streets of PB for too long. It just feels like there was bound to be one more fight story there in our 20s. So
I mean, I haven't been in a real fight since second grade. So I don't.
It reminded me of Good Will Hunting, where he was like, "Yeah, that kid bullied me in kindergarten."
Right, and then he fucking
the first scene where they go and beat up the guys who bullied him in kindergarten.
Beat the shit out of him. It's crazy.
Hey, but lesson be learned: if you're gonna act like a punk, you got to be on your tippies.
Head on a swivel. That's crazy. Now, dude. His head's literally got to be on a swivel everywhere. 10 years later is a crazy amount of time to let pass. Your cells have literally fully recycled in your body. It's been 7 years. You're not even the same person you were 10 years ago. And you're going to go fucking.
And I guess that's what he was saying. I guess he texted one of our other boys who's kind of boys with him that he grew up with. And was like, "Dude, I've been trying to be a better person, and then just this happens." I guess he's tried to change his ways.
That's so good. That's honestly, it sucks because right, you're brought right back to where you were. But I mean,
it'll always catch up with you.
Like you said, it's karma, baby, always coming back.
And I guess he's put on a couple pounds. So during the whole altercation, it was, "This ain't high school anymore, you fat fuck." You grew up. Hey, you got fat as fuck. That's the chirps coming from our boys to Joey. So
that's honestly
that's gonna hit deep.
100%. I was thinking about that the other day because I mean, obviously, we've got some friends that have gained some weight since high school, but I've been literally the same weight from damn near 8th grade to right now. I fluctuate between 175 to 180, 2, and it's right in that pocket and. It's
lean, mean fighting machine.
It's not changed. Yeah, I know.
You'd be fighting at welterweight.
Oh, I might sneak down to 45s. You kidding me? Get me a nutritionist. Let's go.
Oh man.
No. Did you see? Speaking of Joe Thoreau fighting at, you should come home for that. He's fighting at the Barracudas Tech CU Arena in San Jose.
What day?
April something another. I gotta look.
I was gonna drop this on you. I've kind of already booked a flight for the 17th through the 21st.
Let's go. That's huge. That's big time.
That's why I texted you about the 420 pod. Maybe we could, do something then, or I don't know, whatever. Right around that time range, Easter happened early this year, by the way, did it not?
It's
Or did Passover happen late?
No, Easter happened super early. It's usually like April, mid-April, mid to late after T-Scon's birthday is usually where I set the Easter marker.
Ooh, it's T-Scon time.
The week, yes sir. Which is crazy. He's like, I've never been never giving gifts for birthdays. Like at Christmas, I get my family something, but like birthdays, he's the only person I get.
You would steal a bike for him, wouldn't you?
No, definitely not. That's dude.
If you had to.
That's crazy. And that guy is a convicted felon. So one of our friends borrowed a bike, crazy, and then proceeded to lose it. And to get it back for his friend, or not that bike, to get a bike back, he went and just stole one and gave it to him. He was like, oh, here you go. And then we took it into what's that bike shop, like Highland Bikes, to go get the tires like pumped up, because it's like one of those that you need the special. And so like guy like wheels it in, and he's like, why is the barcode scratched off on this? And we're like, and he like questioned hella hard. Matt's like, dude, my friend just gave me this bike, I have no idea, like let us go. Sketch. I mean, come on, man.
I know. I didn't know the beginning of that story. I didn't know he lost the bike.
He lost the bike.
See, I could relate to that feeling of just trying to get right. You know what I mean? He wanted to make it right, but not
in that way. Yeah, that's a setup for a fucking.
No, it wasn't the move.
That guy is the ultimate move like a G in silence, like lasagna on Facebook. Absolutely. But anyway, what you been up to? Anything new in the life de Sefe Yoshua?
Man, same old in general. I did go to a back guy. Take a look at my L5 herniated disc. Got a scan on it for the first time, which was fucking relieving and awesome.
Did it confirm anything you thought?
Yeah, pretty much. That I have a herniated L5, which is like the most common one to have. And he said it was pretty mild compared to, the people walking out of that clinic. He's like, why are you here, you know?
Which is
tough. I was like, dude, I can't play basketball as consistently as I want to. You know, he's like, yeah, you got a very fixable thing going on here. Only problem is that the insurance doesn't cover his fucking special yada 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 yada.
Yep.
So if I want to do it, I got to come up with fucking $1,800 to fucking do it. So
damn.
Mission to save $1,800 of disposable income from my back is fucking
officially
started.
Begun.
Yeah, officially begun. But it's something I really want to do. It's like decompression therapy. Whereas most people will like use the hang upside down tools, but then your muscles will like contract to protect your back. And so his machine is essentially like designed to feel when your muscles are protecting it, and then it relaxes, so your muscles relax, and then it'll
keep going.
Start the decompression thing. Because your discs aren't if you want the fucking inside scoop, your discs aren't like regenerative, whatever. So they need the like motion of compression and decompression to get fluids and oxygen in there. So that's the idea. Once you do that, then it could start.
No, it's very big in the jiu-jitsu community. You'll see like a lot of guys coming in with like just absolutely obliterated backs, and they're like, I'm too far gone now. Like, fuck it. Like, maybe somewhere down the line, like a lot of them try stem cells too. Like we've had like one or two guys like try and get stems. It's like, I don't know. It's tough. Have you ever?
I think this is the best, like getting ahead of it with this type of thing is really what I want. Cause I don't want to have to do surgery or
for sure.
It'll be money well spent, but.
Well, I have a book for you next time you come home. It's called Something About Back Pain. It's by Dr. John Sarno. And his theory is it's all in the head. You're just mentally fucking yourself. I mean, just man up. You don't have back pain.
That's his thing for real? I thought you were going to say about your head positioning, like putting your chin to your neck, like chin to your chest too often.
All between the ears is what he says. I have never read it, but it's like a well-known book, and I saw it and I was like, oh, I'm snagging that 50 cents.
That's funny.
Taking that.
No, it's classic. Like the reason you didn't get a hole in one is because you didn't believe you were going to get a hole in one.
100. It's crazy.
And I didn't believe I was going to get a hole in one because I've never gotten a hole in one. So
but you won't
You
until
tell me,
you
Dr.
believe.
John.
Um, no, speaking of that though, my dad has been trying to buy a golf game. I mean, God bless the man, but I'm just like, brother, you're shooting in the 70s, high 70s, low 8s, low 8s consistently. Like, just improve. And he's like, no, he's always got to get a new putter, new this, new that. But
Oh, I see.
we were out there
I
one
thought
time.
you were talking about time on the course.
No, that. I mean, it's always more time. If he could have more time, he would. But this guy going off of you just got to believe. He said his putting approach is the Steph Curry method, which is just roll the ball in the hole. Like, how hard is it to just roll the ball? I'm like, are you fucking kidding? Like, what did you think we're trying to do this whole? That's not literally the whole game, you fucking dickhead.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But I get it. Don't think. If you're thinking while you're swinging, yeah, don't overthink.
Damn. Did
some say if you're thinking, you're overthinking, but go ahead.
That's true. What I was gonna say, did you celebrate? You hit me with a happy Easter this weekend. Did you celebrate Easter? I know you're
No, man, I'm not an Easter guy, man. But
I figured just supportive. I love that. So I'm
always risen.
He is risen. That's always struck me as weird. Why is it he is risen? I mean, it happened a long time ago.
Because he did it for our sins, Jim.
But he's not currently rising, so it shouldn't be is.
How do you know, Jim? It's because you got to have faith.
Because you got to have faith. Hey, you got to have faith.
Faith. No, I mean, don't get me started, Jim. Like, I've been seeing Easter-themed reels and TikToks about people talking about how, Jesus literally died and came back to life. Well, and there were witnesses, right? And I don't mean to step on anyone's toes here, but people don't die and come back to life, right?
Not nowadays. That's the thing.
No, not nowadays.
No, but hey, there's no Jesus without Judas. He doesn't die for our sins. No one knows who he is. He doesn't die for our sins without Judas saying, "Hey, I can make a quick buck turning this guy in." Probably do the same. You're looking for someone and you're offering a reward. It's like, guys over here.
Jim, I wish more people had that mentality when it comes to the death of Jesus, because for years. I mean, I went to middle school.
Yes, you did.
Jews killed Jesus. That's what I was taught.
Pontius Pilate, the Romans.
Yeah, you know what I mean? I thought we always caught the blame for it, but if people would understand that he can't rise without falling, then maybe they give us a little bit of credit there.
Hey, even the best fall down sometime. Hey, respect. You guys do deserve a lot of the credit on that one. You've been running stuff for 2,000 years, man. Screw what
we've been running
say.
Plays from Moses to Sandy Koufax. 5,000 years of beautiful tradition.
Just not on Saturdays, baby. Just not on Saturdays.
Just not on Saturdays. And I'm still trying to figure out what I'm supposed to say if I see another Jew in public. So in clear, people come in with the yarmulkes, and I literally consistently never let them know I'm Jewish because I just don't know the right way. I could be like, "Oh, you're Jewish, huh?" And then be like, "Me too."
That's a tough, because you never know, opener, right? Right? You never know where that's gonna go. You're Jewish, huh?
I just have to get lucky and it be on Shabbat, and then I could go Shabbat Shalom. But then they don't travel on Shabbat. You know,
that's a good point. Now, do you have to say the Shabbat? Can you just hit them with the Shalom? Is that cool?
See, the Shalom feels like
you're forcing it. Hey, Shalom.
Forcing it, feels like anyone do you say that to everyone with the yarmulke? Like, what's going on?
Like, borderline race.
Because I don't say that. Exactly. Like I never say that. Like when I show up to my
what's up,
party,
y'all?
I'm never like Shalom, fam. Like I'm just like, hey,
Shalom.
everybody.
Mazel.
But this is what I was thinking.
Cousin. Levine?
What's up, cousin?
Levine?
And then they'll look at me like cousin. I'll be like,
I'm one of you. Can't wear it at work.
Takes one to know one. I'd be like, I got a crazy.
Takes one to know one's a crazy thing to say.
I'm still looking for the right lingo there, but phrasing. I did try the cousin one. What's it called? I was sitting on the employee shuttle. It's full. This lady comes in. She's wearing a little Star of David on her whatever. Whoever comes in, call me sexist, if it's a lady that comes in or an older person in general, I'll always stand up and give up my seat.
That's the right thing to do. I'm not going to call
That's
you
just
sexist.
the right thing to do, right?
No, you're good.
And so I go, come on, cousin, sit down. She goes, cousin. I go, Star David, right? I'm Jewish too. And she goes, cousin. So
That's
it
actually
played a
pretty
little
good.
bit.
I feel like that the cousins got to be like, you got to feel them out first. You know what I mean? They got to be like outwardly, can't just be a yarmulke. It's got to be like a Star of David necklace or like a something where you can tell that they got a lot of pride going into it.
Well, dude, I just feel like the people that wear yarmulkes out in public, it's like, I just feel like they must get comments and weird looks all the time.
Yeah,
a little bit, like, because it's just a rare thing to be like outwardly presenting as Jewish. It's just kind of unique.
It definitely is. I mean, it's unique in the fact that there's an identifier. You know what I mean? Like you can so easily identify just by the yarmulke. You know what I mean? Like
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you could pass 1,000 Christians and be like, oh, who knows? But
who knows?
Yeah, I mean it's a good point. I think it's
we
funny,
might as well
though.
be Sikhs when we wear the yarmulke. It's like
might as well. No,
I mean, all up to all the Sikhs out there.
Sometimes I'll see some of the, is it temple? Is that what you call you?
Sure.
Going to temple, synagogue, right?
I
never know what to say. I feel like
church in the wild.
Church in the Wild sounds not nice. Sounds not nice. But I'll see some of our Jewish folks that we went to Willow Glen with. I don't want to name names because I don't know how bad this is, but they'll be getting out of their car and then like walk the rest of the way to temple. And I'm like, is the temple just really that far? We couldn't find one closer. I feel like you're cheating the system here. But I'm driving 7 days a week, so who am I to judge?
Hey, and as am I, brother. As am I.
So, but Easter, dude. My sister hosted Easter this year. She's been hosting.
See, I
parties.
knew you'd be celebrating.
Yeah,
that's why I texted you.
I know, I appreciated it. And usually I'm at family parties for an hour. I mean, tops, and I'm like, oh, I gotta go do anything else. But this one was actually like really good. It was like all the older cousins were just sitting there shooting the shit, fucking cousin for like hours. And one of them, Jessica, she's a fucking moron, but she's like, have you guys ever had bean and cheese burritos with orange juice? She's like, it's like the greatest thing ever. Like, I promise you. And all of us are, of course, like, no, like that's something you only eat when you're drunk and all you have is orange juice. You know what I mean? Like you come home, orange juice in the fridge, which is probably,
I mean,
right. I've probably done it on accident, but it's not something I seek out.
Munchie meal for sure is what it sounds like.
100%. So anyway, she's like, you guys got to try it. And then like 10, 15 minutes later, out come 20 burritos from Taco Bell and a fucking gallon of orange juice, just DoorDash to the place, to my sister's house. She's like, we're trying it. And so sat us all down, had us try it. It tastes like an orange juice and fucking burrito. I didn't want to shit on the parade, but I was like, there's unfortunately nothing special to this. This episode is brought to you by the spring cleaning champions, Manscaped. This season, make sure to groom your carpets and the drapes with the leaders in below-the-waist grooming. Jesus Christ. Clear out the winter bush with Manscaped. With Manscaped's Lawnmower 5.0 and watch your confidence bloom like the springtime flowers. Embrace the season and join the 10 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with our special offer. Go to manscaped.com and use code TROUGH for 20% off plus free shipping.
Yeah, I mean, the other day I walk into the bathroom, my roommate's using my Manscaped trimmer on his face. I go, bro, that's for my man region. I mean, after using Manscaped, I can finally say I've caught the spring fever. Introducing the season's champ, the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra. Their 5th generation trimmer features 2 interchangeable next-gen skin-safe blade heads, a standard one for taking a little off the top, and you know the drill, baby. A new foil blade to go smooth wherever your heart desires. It also features LED spotlights to guide you through the darkest winter debris. Navigate with confidence in your delicate areas. Hate making a mess? Not to worry, this bad boy is waterproof. Shave in the shower, that's what I do. In the bath, that's what girls do. Or in the ocean, that's what Da does. Hey, I love this thing because it comes with a compact case. I take it with me everywhere I go. Spring cleaning doesn't just apply to the nether regions. Get the full grooming experience with Manscaped's signature Beard Hedger Pro Kit plus Handyman electric face shaver. Tell my roommate about that one. Whether you're looking to craft your signature look or clean up that neckline, these are always the right tools for the job.
Indeed they are, Josh. And with our code Trough, you can get 20% off plus free shipping at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with the code Trough at manscaped.com. Nothing like a little spring cleaning in your pants.
Ask your mom.
Yeah, Easter's a great holiday, you know? It's no days off, which kind of sucks. It would be a better holiday if we had the Monday off, but it's up there for me.
Yeah, some eggs, some Easter eggs.
Yeah, dude. Okay,
Easter
how
basket?
old?
Too old for Easter basket?
Too old for an Easter. We never did Easter baskets. We always got a hat, a shirt, and a poster. That was
nice.
No poster
over the years.
Over the years, there's some fucking
gems.
No posters anymore. Just a hat and a shirt, it's perfect. How old is too old to do an Easter egg hunt? We had a few out there that were.
It depends what's in the eggs.
Candy. Just candy.
Just candy?
Like kid candy. Like
if you wear deodorant, you can't do it.
Oh wow, that's a great rule. Oh shit.
If you
that's no deodorant. Stop there. That's perfect.
Deodorant mascara line. Yeah. I guess it was unisex, but yeah.
Yeah. No. Deodorant's fire. That's a good rule. I'm gonna pull that one out. I'm gonna put that in the family group text because we had a couple cousins that were like, "Yo, what are you like?"
If you're wearing a chain at all, or earrings, nope. Snapbacks, nope.
Not that old. Not that they weren't. They were like preteen, but like
preteen is what I'm describing. Like
exactly.
12.
I would have been embarrassed at 12 doing it. You know what I mean? Like I would have been like, "Fuck, people are looking at me."
But I think there always should be an adult Easter egg hunt as well.
I'm not
with dollars or coupons or something.
We've done it before, and I just like it doesn't do it for me. I don't know.
Now, with Easter, is it something where you guys make up a figure that gives you gifts, like Santa Claus, the Easter Bunny? Is that a thing?
Yeah, Easter Bunny's a thing. Well, it's like it's crazy because like in my household, like it's been I feel like since we were so like I can't even like remember like thinking it was even you know what I mean, like thinking either of them was real because like. My dad signs every holiday card from Santa Claus, and his cursive is so distinct. It's like you can't fake it. And like as a little kid, you know your dad's handwriting, and you have older siblings. It's like that secret's not safe that long. But yeah, I mean, there's an Easter Bunny. There's a Santa Claus. I'm trying to think of what other mythical creatures I get gifts
Easter's
from.
one day. And Christmas is a day and a half, right? One night, one day.
Right.
So how do they determine which holiday you get more gifts?
Well, it's the birth of Jesus. We're celebrating birth, not death. We're not crazy people. Come on.
But you're doing gifts.
But it's not. We're
not celebrating his death. You're celebrating his rise.
True.
Right?
But it's like I'm trying to think of
people die and come back to life.
Exactly. They do all the time. If I can read a book, dipshit. I'm trying to think of a good comparison. It's like Christmas is winning the war, Easter's winning the battle. There you go.
Just enough to get you through the year, right?
Just enough, just a little taste.
Just a hat.
A little taste of Jesus. And then at Christmas.
See, no one ever talks about fully grown risen Jesus. It's all about teenage Jesus.
It probably smelled, honestly, a 3-day, I'm assuming, does he decompose? Probably smelled like shit. 3 days decomposing probably doesn't smell good. Did his skin deteriorate at all? Was it blood still flowing? There's so many questions we got to ask.
Ask questions. That's the number one rule, dude. You know that. That's your number one. Don't ask any questions if they're too legit.
It's so funny. Me and Philip Lopresti back in elementary school at St. Lucy's were like, there was a couple other of us. Shout out Jack Ryan, Blake Billinger, Chandler Segrist, the free thinkers. You know what I mean?
Shout out.
The bad boys. We were just
Captain, my captain.
we would so good. We would sit there and like they would make us go to church, and then we would get done with it and be like, why are we even doing this? And like everyone would go to like altar server practice, and then like me and a couple others would be like, we got baseball on the weekends. Like, sorry, like not even gonna attempt to do this. Get the fuck out of here. It's tumultuous. It's a tumultuous relationship with religion, you know?
It builds character.
It does. It's a good set of guidelines to go off as a kid, and from there you do as you please.
Tell you what. And that's always an argument I always like to get in with people is, do you need religion to teach you how to be a good person, or can you just be a good person with logic?
I think you need...
Like, you've heard people be like, if there was no religion, then we would still be fucking beating the shit out of each other and would have never formed societies and all that stuff, which is probably true, you know, to a large degree. But I'm like, can you just have a baby and never teach him anything about religion? And can he learn how to be a good person?
Yeah, and I think that's what religion, like you have to not replace it with something, right? But that replacing would be like just being a good example. Like, if you're not a fucking cocksucker, your kid's not going to know how to be a cocksucker. Like, or if he's not around people that are an asshole, like obviously it's innate in some people, but like a majority, it's like, it's just never going to happen.
I just feel like for the majority of people that don't have faith in their life, from my experience, they're fucking heathens.
Yeah. They're
myself. Like, I'm included in that bunch. Like, you just chase good times. You only live once. You only live once mentality. Like the YOLO mentality can be a dangerous thing, you know? And that's what religion kind of puts a halt on for the most part. Is like, hey, it's not like you only live once. It's like, do this right so you can live forever, my boy.
Hey,
you know?
In the kingdom, brother.
It's like if everyone knew they only lived once, it might be just fucking
But
madness.
Hey, do we only live once? What about reincarnation?
No, who's to say? No one will know.
You don't know.
And it doesn't even matter where you place your chips on the roulette board.
It really doesn't.
Well, it depends who you ask. But
I mean, if you place them on 00, good luck. But it is crazy though. Have you seen like some of the kid savants that are like, there's a kid that's born that knows everything about a World War II aircraft, that like down to like the last knob, and it's like, okay, like he didn't like, and his parents are like, we've never been around. Like, it's, I don't know, something. There's some crazy.
So we have a friend that gets drunk and starts telling Vietnam War stories.
That kid's just a fucking asshole. There's SOG legends that fucking.
No, I have heard of this though. I have heard of this where it's like almost proof of reincarnation, like a little child in India that like could tell the whole life story of some man that lived.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's just weird. But it gets you thinking.
It does,
and it makes you think. Could you be reincarnated as a dog? And with that, we'll get into our draft. I didn't see, this is the only one we're drafting dogs today. Real simple. I feel like it might be our shortest draft to date. It's cut and clean, boom, boom, boom. We're good. I didn't make a list because I feel like if you have to make a list for dogs, you're a fucking dog brain yourself.
All right, can I go first?
Once I hit the tones. Oops. Once I hit the tones, there they are. Nice.
Now you're gonna hate this.
I'm sure.
But don't let it throw you off.
Okay.
With the first pick, give me underdogs.
Dude, you're the worst. I like it.
Now, it's March Madness. We all love a good underdog. Would you rather have a beagle or an underdog? Would you rather have a golden retriever or an underdog? I'll take the underdog all day. That's all I got to say.
Beagles are a big underdog in this draft. That I will say.
Well, then they're on my team. Whoever's an underdog is on my team.
Nah, I like that. Underdogs are good. You hit it well with March. We got March Madness. Really nothing better. How's your bracket looking? Did you make one?
Dude, so I was talking about this with David Resta, and I said, I didn't make a bracket, and I haven't watched a single baseball game, nor do I plan on watching a single baseball game.
Baseball.
Does that make me baseball? Those two together. No bracket, no baseball consumption.
Oh, I thought
Am
you
I
were
a
like
real sports
connecting
fan?
them. I was like, wait, we're talking basketball, brother.
We're talking both. If I don't consume college basketball or professional baseball, can I even call myself a sports fan, or am I just a football basketball fan?
That's tough. I see where you're going with that. You're a sports fan, and the reason why is because if you watched any of those, you could. It would be like you never stopped watching. You know what I mean? Like you could go watch a baseball game and be like, oh, like they turned two here. Like you could say the shit right, and everyone would be like, oh, this guy's clearly. And I feel like that's what makes you. Because how many times do you watch something with someone, and you're like, dude, shut the fuck. Like you're clearly not a fan. Like first time watching.
Yeah, I got a roommate that's how do you say, he's a white belt compared to me and my other roommate's blue belt when it comes to sports consumption.
That's tough.
But he'll still try and throw in the opinions, and it's like, oh, but you're not taking into account like a whole variable that like
you're gonna get
real
swept
sports
if you,
fan would know.
Exactly. If you put your
It's
hand
like,
there,
you
you're
fucking
done.
casual. But hey, thanks, appreciate you.
Oh, hey, noted. Thank you. I like that. Underdogs. Wow. Okay. With my first pick of the draft, I'm going with hot dogs.
Whoa!
So I've always been a hot dog over a hamburger guy since birth, honestly. And there's just nothing better. Joey Chestnut puts on a show. Hot dogs.
Was not expecting this, Jen.
Come on, expect the unexpected. Now, you have a choice of hot dogs. Are you a boiled hot dog, or are you grilled? Are you microwave? Where do you fall in this?
So, in terms of my hot dog consumption in actual practice, I'm a boiled hot dog guy. I grew up on the boiled hot dogs and the mac and cheese. I mean, it's just so just chop them up. You chop them up into little circular pepperoni looking.
Oh, you're a chop up guy. Oh no.
I would chop up if it's boiled, we're chopping it. It's not going into the bun.
Oh, that's crazy.
You boil it when you're like making like mac and cheese and hot dogs.
I'm so against.
But if I'm doing it
in
the bun, is it a hot dog without the bun, or is that just is it something else?
I think you're just eating wieners, bro.
Wieners, yeah. So wieners, boiled, hot dogs, grilled. Final answer.
I like.
And give me a Polish from Costco.
A Polish. I'm just, hey, take me to Wiener Schnitzel. Get me like 5 boiled dogs, couple with some chili cheese on it, and hey.
I've never had Wiener Schnitzel in my whole life.
Shut up.
Swear to God, never had it once.
That's kind of crazy. I would.
And another thing, I never believed in Santa Claus my whole life. There was not one moment where I ever believed in Santa Claus.
I don't believe that. I think
that's so true.
I think someone probably, you didn't have a thought where it was like, maybe. Like, fuck, is this guy really doing it? No, not at all.
Literally never once believed in it. Not even for a second. Now, it helps I wasn't taught to believe in it.
Oh, obviously.
So that helps.
Oh,
that helps.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was ruining kids' hopes and dreams like left and right in first grade.
That's crazy that you were that kid. That's such a dick move. That's like ruining childhood.
I was a kid in first
innocence.
grade sipping my fucking coffee with an extra espresso shot, being like, "Oh, you still believe in Santa Claus?
You fucking peasant."
All right, let me go.
All right, here we are, round 2.
I did not plan on the draft to go this way at all, by the way. But now that we're here, give me my dogs.
Okay.
Now, I love my dogs, and I ride for my dogs. And sometimes my dogs are the big dogs in the house. Ooh. So shout out all my dogs out there.
Now, who's your favorite one of your dogs? Who? Okay. Now, I get what you're saying with your dogs, but who out of your friends are really like dogs? You know what I mean? Like, if you got,
the 2 guys that beat the shit out of the guy that threw a rock at me in high school. That's some dog activities right there.
That is some fucking pit bull activity right there. That's psycho.
There is a friend that I have that just opened a bar in Reno back in the days. That was my dog. We would go, big dog. We go, ooh, my dog. Ooh.
Oh.
You know? So shout out D. Lee.
D. Lee. Okay, so how did that opening go? Did you talk to him at all?
Dude, I was supposed to go, but I didn't go. He only did the friends and family so far. This Saturday is going to be the big one. So.
Oh, it's this Saturday. Damn, I kind of would have went this Saturday now that it's not Easter.
Yeah.
Now that Christ is already risen, you know what I mean?
Well, I know he kind of pulled the old okey doke on us. I think he originally planned to do it
That's
2
the
days
business.
ago.
I think that's the business, though. You know what I mean? Like you gotta kind of.
No. Well, dude,
Yeah.
anytime you're giving me like kind of a loose date for the opening, I know that there's still things in motion, right? So they were probably still crossing some T's, dotting some I's, figuring out what makes sense for them. But the friends and family seem to go well. So
That's good. Hey, that's it. John
shout out
Taffer's
my dog.
John Taffer's all about the I forget what he calls it, the dry opening. You got to run it first. You got to know you can do it before opening night. Shout out your dogs. That's a good one. That's round 2. For me, I am gonna take Watch Dogs. Hey, you got cattle.
Oh, okay.
You got cattle. I had to go into a dog category now, but that's fine. Watch the. Hey, have you seen? This is probably not on your timeline, but like farm dogs, like actual watchdogs, like King Corsos and shit like that. So like, okay, so let's say a coyote comes into like a farm and starts going after a sheep. These dogs, like at the slightest sound, will stop everything they're doing and just go absolutely massacre a group of coyotes. Like anyone that's there fucking gets ripped to shreds. These things are like probably 4 feet off the ground, like just look like wolves. Yeah, I mean, watchdogs. And that goes for humans too. There's watchdogs out there in the real life. If like those military guys, those SOG guys in Vietnam that your friend likes to pretend he was in, those guys are the fucking watchdogs.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is funny though that he tells Vietnam stories. Does he ever talk about fucking ripping some
First
opium?
person. Like he'll buy his own. He'll drink his own Kool-Aid with that shit.
I can't wait. If he does it around me, I'm gonna fucking sleep him. I don't know who it is though, but I'm doing
Okay,
it.
good.
Round 3.
You can take.
That's all that matters. That's all that matters.
All right, give me French bulldogs.
Oh wow, he fucking had to switch it up. Frenchies.
Just give me the Frenchies, man. Cute dogs. You'll see. You know how Dave Portnoy, he likes his pizza thin and crispy, and so that's how you're gonna get a high score for his pizza. For me, they got to be fat and unathletic. That's like how I judge dogs. You know, will they fall over if they try and run too fast? That type of thing.
Okay, now I like where you're going with these because I do too like a small dog, but have we reached a point where people are bringing their dogs too much? Like they're fucking everywhere. They're at work. They're at my feet. They're in the grocery store now in the fucking vegetable aisle. There's fucking open vegetable. What the fuck are we doing here?
I agree. I think dogs, and they're in the airport too.
I didn't even think about that.
These are not service dogs. These are just dogs.
So if someone brings their dog and it's like on the flight and they have cleared, do they have to go through like the normal lines so their dog can get searched?
No, dude, there's no searching of the dog's buttholes at all.
Like, do they go? They don't go through a scanner.
They must go through the scanner.
They
but like,
got to. That would be crazy.
I've never seen someone take the gloves out.
You want a cavity search at fucking dog's ass?
Every dog that comes in, imagine that's your job is just the fucking dog asshole.
There would
sticker.
be fucking some zoophilic freak that would claim that job in a heartbeat.
Some Nickelodeon fuck.
Wow. Did you watch that documentary?
I did.
Dude, crazy. Drake
made to be the victim in it.
Drake? I know.
No, it's crazy. They didn't mention Drake's fucking as the assaulter at all.
Hold up. As the assaulter?
Yeah, dude. He was on some shit like that too. He fucked
they brought that up.
Did they?
For like 10 seconds, they said who was battling his own cases, but hey, as the story goes, hurt people.
They brushed over it.
Oh,
they gave him a full interview where he's crying about how hard it was for him. Not to say it wasn't hard for him. It sounded horrific what he had to go through.
Sodomy? Yeah, that sounds.
Yeah, it sounded pretty. He goes, I don't know how to describe it. Let's just go. You think of the worst thing that someone could do someone in a sexual assault, and that's what happened to me. Now, and I was like, geez.
Okay, because they
not
don't. Not fair to say, because they tell you at the end that it was sodomy, which is a little, not a little, but it's
pleasurable for some.
it's
No, I'm just kidding.
no,
Let's move
no, no, no,
on.
no, no, no. I want to say, when they said the worst thing imaginable, I'm imagining Drake like fucking doing way worse shit than that. Like,
Bleed it. Like
yeah,
wax
I don't know.
burn,
It's crazy.
Fucking
Crazy.
bondage.
But yeah, no, that documentary was quite scary.
A lot of dogs in that one.
A lot of dogs. All right. Well,
Back to you.
I don't know where to go with this now.
Now I have a good one up my sleeve here, so you better choose wisely.
All right, fuck it. I'm gonna go with labs. Fuck it. I'll take all labs. I'm taking all the labs in the world.
You went back to the normal dog. I like it.
I did. And you
Labs
went to the
are good.
normal
Shout
dog.
out Duke.
Shout out Duke. He wasn't a lab, but that's fine. He was
What was he?
It was that's the dog I should have chosen, but you're not going to say it, so I chose it as my last pick. He was a small dog. But yeah, labs are the sickest.
Oh, what am I thinking of? The black dog.
Oh, you're thinking of Matt's Duke. I thought you were thinking of my Duke. Oh, that's fucked up, man.
Oh, disrespectful. I was thinking of
My
Matt's
Duke was
Duke.
way older.
Yeah, your Duke's unforgettable.
My
dude.
Duke was way
Hard.
older and lived way longer than that old Great Dane
Oh,
pit
it's not
bull
a
fuck.
competition.
It is. It for sure is a competition. Fuck that old dog who licked his ball
Duke
sack till he
supremacy,
died.
dude.
Yeah,
God
for
damn,
sure.
JJ.
That's crazy. You were talking about the black Duke. It's all about the white Duke. Everyone knows this. Duke has the best whites. No, labs. I feel like with labs, you get the most out of them, right? You get diversity. You can get swimmers. You can get the long hairs. You can get whatever you.
They know
want.
how to chill out a little bit, but they can be active.
Exactly. They can learn. They're smart as shit. But yeah, I don't know. Labs are sick. I've never had one, but that I feel like if I were to go bigger dog, it'd have to. I mean, it's just cut clean. You know what you're getting. But yeah. All right, round 4. You said you're back. What do you got for us?
Easy choice here. Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Nice.
Dude,
That's
this
so
guy
good.
is the ultimate fucking dog. Hulk Hogan, like, if he never found the WWE, is kind of how I see Dog the Bounty Hunter. Hey, you listen here, brother. We're gonna repossess this car one way or another,
Wow,
brother.
they're not repo people. That is crazy. They're bail bondsmen. Have some respect. Did you ever watch Dog the Bounty Hunter?
Just a little bit, mainly hotels. I feel like.
Yeah, we were big back in the day. I mean, Dog the Bounty Hunter pulling up on you with Beth, R.I.P. Beth, big tits. You gotta love her. But Dog the Bounty pulling out his badge that's not even like a police badge. It's a bounty hunter badge and going, I'm a 45 genuine. And everyone being like, what the fuck does that mean? Who are you? You're not a cop. Like, I should shoot you for breaking into my house right now.
Yeah.
But legend. Dog the Bounty Hunter. Wow. That's
What a badass profession. I
yeah.
had a childhood friend whose dad used to be a bounty hunter.
Really?
Yeah.
Did he have any like good stories, or is he like a low key bounty hunter where he's like not? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like
It seemed like a low key, unspoken type of thing, but it's like I didn't get direct stories. I got stories from the kid, you know.
yeah, which are gonna be sicker, usually embellished like a motherfucker. So it's like if those weren't sick, he probably was just chilling. I always wanted.
I mean, this is the same dad. This is the same dad that when we would have Nerf wars, instead of doing 2-on-2, 2 guns versus 2 guns, it would be 1-on-1, but each gunman would have a fucking, what do you call it? The person that has the artillery, an ammo guy.
Oh God.
So it'd be like, this is how it actually goes, you know? One person's gonna shoot, the other person's gonna be on the ammo. And it'd be like running around trying to.
Why didn't he
scoop up
just
these
have you
Nerf
in
bullets.
a firing line like fucking Civil War? Fucking charge! Throw a bayonet on the end of your Nerf gun. What a weirdo. Let the kids be kids. Yeah, I don't know.
I was ready for war.
Wow. Would you have gone? Hey, if you were a senior in high school when 9/11 happened, do you think you would have gone to war?
Hell no, what the fuck?
You got to
I
think.
mean, no disrespect. I could have just said no. No, I would not.
You got to think about where all those guys were at, though. Your country just got attacked. You don't know. We don't know what we know now, obviously.
Right, but like my country could get attacked tomorrow. I'm not going to join the fucking military unless they draft me.
But you're not in a brainwashable age. You're 18. You're malleable. You're fucking.
You knew me at 18, Jim. You think I was joining the? Actually, I kind of did want to be in the military a little bit back then.
I think if the right recruiter got you on the right day, I think they could have done it.
I'll say this: I was too young, so I can't even really answer. Like in terms of how 9/11 affected me, but all I have is hindsight, and in general. Like, what? I'm going to go to fucking Iraq and fucking... Is that what you want me to sign up to do? Like, I'll sign up to be fucking multimedia personnel and fucking take sick videos of the ships, like, cruising by.
That's crazy.
Y'all
need a media
there's plenty
guy?
of roles. That's the beautiful thing about the military. Not everyone has to be a fucking soldier, right? I mean, I guess they call them soldiers, but... Hey, they need someone to count how many fucking cans of beans we have in the kitchen. So
this is true. Everyone's
sign me up for that shit. To be honest,
you get your. The thing is, you got to get a kill though. So okay, you're working in a military kitchen. How are you killing somebody? They storm the compound and you don't have a gun on you, and you just have what's at your disposal in the kitchen. What's the
well?
No knives.
Me, Jim. When it comes, no knives.
No knives. The knives are on the other side of the station. You got pots, pans.
Pots and pans. So when it comes to me and any combat situation, you should know this. I'm a camper.
I like that. That's sick.
I treat the video game like I treat real life.
That's sick.
Like I only have one life, and I don't want to die. So if I don't want to die, I'm not going to go storming. I'm letting them come to me. I'm hidden. They walk into the kitchen, ding, back of the head, and then I get my artillery. And now I'm a dangerous man.
Wow, I like that. That's the way to play it.
I'll click R3.
R3 till you die. Yes, exactly. Snap the neck. Do you ever think about that shit when you're at work? Like, if something were to happen right now, like, where's the safe place at work? Where would I hide? How would I exit? Do you ever think about that shit?
I always keep my eyes open for mass shooter for sure.
Really?
If that's what you're I don't know if that's what you're talking about.
Kind of.
That's always like when I'm in public. That's probably my number one emergency fear.
I feel that.
Like, especially like public, like a parade or like a big festival, something like that. Airport is kind of on that level though.
Well, that's
like
what
someone
I mean.
could come in and just gun everyone in line. Like,
you're right before security
give nightmare
too.
Fuel.
Not to give you nightmare fuel, but you're right before security.
No, literally.
But no, that's crazy. Yeah, I think that's what I was asking. Like, are you vigilant?
So let's say you're in the mall.
Okay.
With hypothetical wife and kids. And you're hypothetically armed.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
Okay. What's your first move? Are you going towards gunfire? You getting family out of there? What are we doing here? Are you going towards gunfire at all?
I mean, obviously you want to say yes, but
I don't think it's smart, dude. Now you're walking around with a gun. Police just got a report that there's a fucking active gunman, and now you're walking around with a gun trying to find him, and they see you. And
this is true, but a lot of states where they have open carries, like a lot of people, like I don't know, this happens.
You have to go for it. I mean, you would think that you would want to try and stop it.
You would think that you take your family and get them outside, you get them to safety, and then you go back. I mean, that's exactly. And then you go back. But once you're in safety and you stop hearing gunshots, you're like, oh shit, I really got to go back. The adrenaline's kind of worn off. You're like, I don't know.
For sure, getting out of there.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. That's those scenarios play in my head. Like when we were at Willow Glen, like I would always think about, hey, if something happened and like shit went down and we got locked in the classroom right now, like I'm not just barricading the door. Like I'm finding a way to fucking murder this guy as soon as he walks. Like, you know what I mean? Like there was no question. And especially in high school, you immediately become the sickest guy ever. Like, yeah.
Oh, I've ran that situation through my head, like me killing the fucking gunman that tries to kill our classroom.
Right. I mean, especially you got nothing but time to daydream. You're just like, fuck. Like, not that you're hoping for that, but you're like, wouldn't be the worst.
And let's say this. I mean, you ambush a gunman. What's the most likely situation? You get injured but don't die. Second most likely situation, you die.
Yeah.
Third most likely situation, you don't get injured at all. And you save the day.
Right.
So, I mean, if you play it out in your head, you're like, plurality says that I'll get fucking Purple Heart for this. You gotta, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm with you. You don't know
In a
until you're
plane,
there.
I'm going for it, I think.
Oh, in a plane, you have to go.
Because if
for
no
it.
one does, we're all dying. So
well,
it's like,
and that's the thing too. Now is like I feel like there's such precautions where like you're never getting into the cockpit now unless you like catch the captain going to take a piss and like time it just right. Like you're never like someone's never gonna get in the cockpit. Everyone, I feel like, has the mentality. It just takes one person to be like, this isn't fucking happening, and then at least one more guy in the plane will be like, no, like fuck this.
Exactly. That's when the eye contact game goes around. You're looking at all the other dudes with a mustache. You're like,
we doing this? Let's
we
go.
doing this
It's
or not,
us.
boys?
It's
Come
us.
on, Burt Reynolds, jump into
Right?
fucking action. Apparently, Big Meech, the guy we were talking about at the top of the episode,
Yeah.
once upon a time chartered a full 747 or whatever the big planes are. Chartered it, bought it, yada yada, filled it with all the strippers in Atlanta, and they flew to Cancun, Mexico, or whatever. And I guess allegedly, he wanted to fly the plane, so he was like trying to get into the cockpit. He's like, I paid for all this, I'm trying to fly it, yada yada.
Fucking retard. If I was a pilot and I had a parachute and we were over land, I'd be like, yeah, fucking have at it, brothers. See you later.
Have a good one.
That's so fun. I've always wondered, like since I was a kid, I always wondered why we just don't pack parachutes in planes. I mean, the obvious answer is they're pressurized. You never make it out of the door. But like once you're below 10,000 feet and we're screaming down, shit, jumping out don't sound too bad with the pack on. I don't know.
Yeah. Just mental health alone.
Exactly right. You're like, I'm fine, even though you're not. You're definitely dead. But hey.
But imagine the pre-plane speech. It's gonna be a lot more than this.
Exactly.
It's gonna be like, watch this 7-minute video of how to hook up.
Which would be kind of sick. Look at the altimeter on your wrist. When you hit 3,000 feet, pull. God, how funny would it be though? Like, not funny. I'm gonna take this story somewhere, but watching people splat would be crazy from the air. Like all the people that didn't pull, and you're like in your parachute, just like wee, and you're just just like all the people that didn't pull. But where I'm going with this is, I forgot to mention I'm at work on Friday, and I get a text message from someone I used to work with at Google, and they go, dude, you'll never believe it. Some dude jumped off the roof at this building and went splat, like commit suicide on a Friday morning at Google. And like and so we're like,
you really had to show up to work for that, my boy?
Well, that's why I don't work there anymore, but they're all working in the ticketing office.
The guy that
exactly. Yeah. Right. It's like, you couldn't have chosen a better spot. But I guess you don't want your family to see it. Make it a city issue. Fucking, you can clean it. But anyways, they I guess they were getting like a bunch of like questions, and it was just like people being like, "Yo, like where do we work now?" Like pretty much like, I don't give a fuck. Like I still have a job to do. Like what's the deal? It's crazy. I was like, damn, that is crazy. But nothing like that ever happened when I was there.
They're like, I still have to make my quota. Like, you're not extending my quota for this.
Exactly. Like, the world don't stop. But yeah. All right.
Can we get an Airbnb or
fourth round?
It's your pick, right?
My pick. I'm gonna go with dog fights. Shout out Mike Vick. I mean, the absolute legend. Now, there's a big stigma behind dog fights. I get that, but watching two animals just go at it that are low-key trained, it's like bad nature. I get it. Never want to see it. Hope it never happens to any dogs, but
lizard brain,
it's gonna happen. Yeah.
I mean, the lizard brain loves it.
100%. That's what we were trained. And that's the thing. The dogs, we've coddled dogs way too much. It's crazy.
Well, and my take on this is that no one who eats pigs is allowed to complain about animal cruelty towards dogs.
Ooh.
So, let the, somewhat vegan, former vegan, however you want to fucking say it, let the guy who fucking chose to stop eating animals allow you to say fuck you to anyone that's going to give you shit over the dog fighting shit, because how are you going to complain over dogs having a chance to fend for themselves? But then you're fucking supporting.
That's a crazy way to put it. I love it.
But then you're supporting the gas chambers.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Hey, respect. Thank you for bolstering my case.
I got you. People just only give a fuck about dogs, and I'm sick of it. Other animals matter too.
It is kind
all
of
animals matter.
All animals. Wow, that's the title of this podcast. All animals matter. But no, like I said, dog fighting, horrible. But sometimes it appears in my timeline, and I can't not watch it. I don't know why.
What it would be like to spend a day with your timeline, Jim. I don't even know if I could get through it.
You probably haven't. Have you been seeing any stuff on the Ukraine war? And by stuff, I mean like drone footage of them fucking, dude. You're not very active on Twitter. I wish you were active on Twitter, because I would flood your inbox with a bunch of games.
I'm trying to get more on there, dude. I made a new one not too long ago, so I could start from scratch. You know what I mean?
It would be nice to tell me, so I stopped tagging the old one in every post. But hey, that's neither here nor there.
Hey, the old one has more clout though. The old one has more clout.
Sick. But yeah, I don't even know what I chose. I forgot what I chose. Oh, dog fighting. That's a
dog fight. Let me finish it strong here.
Finish us off.
Now, I'm tempted just to go with another dog, just another cute ass dog.
I think I'm going to.
But I'm gonna go dog tags.
Wow, sick.
Probably the most important dog on the list.
You could argue that, yeah.
You could argue.
They've been huge in our nation. You know, without dog tags, we would have a lot of.
I've been playing Call of Duty World War II campaign mode. I've been watching Band of Brothers. I've been Masters of the Air, the Pacific. I mean, I damn near served in World War II. I think that dog tags are just sick.
Did you ever have a set of dog tags when you were younger?
I was gonna say, I feel like they gave one away at like a tournament or something like that. Like the tournament name.
Oh, really?
Was on the dog tag.
That's kind of like,
just
sick,
like kind of merchandise. You know,
right,
I don't know what it was.
That is a sick thing though, like a MVP or like all tournaments all getting like dog tags.
Yeah, exactly. Like that would be swag. But no, that was a very hip hop thing in the like mid 2000s though. Like the Young Jeezy 3-6 Mafia era of hip hop was a lot of dog tags.
Dog tags.
DMX, right? DMX, I think was the first one to do it.
Wow, is that gonna be my final dog, DMX?
That don't count.
What are you talking about?
No, you could have him. You could have him. I could have took.
Who? I'm not gonna Snoop. I know. I thought about it. It felt too right there. I was like,
I forgot him.
When you said Dog the Bounty Hunter, that's the first one that popped in my mind. I was like, who is named? I was trying to go bar for bar with your person for dog. But no, that's dog tags are sick. We used to have them. This is a legit. You got to see that. Boom.
Is it a real one?
Yeah. Shout
Your
out,
great grandpa.
Shout out, Mr. Gray. No, Mr. Gray, legend. But we got dog tags because we thought they were sick back in the day. Like, just like me, my brothers, my cousin, like we all had our dog, like with our names on it, like legit. And we thought we were so sick, but it was not.
Stolen valor.
Stolen valor for sure. God, I would love to steal valor one day.
That's a gateway drug in a stolen valor. Dog tags.
So sweet. All right. 5th round, final pick. I'm going
before you
make
your pick. I just wanted to say something about the stolen valor. Instead of dressing up like a military person, which is illegal and you'll get your ass beat. Instead of dressing up like a cop, which is illegal and you'll get your ass beat. Dressing up as a pilot. And you just walk through the airport. You sit down at a bar. I'm sure free drinks are coming.
Is that
numbers are coming your way?
That cannot be legal.
It probably maybe isn't. But if you're outside the airport, like if you're allowed to wear it as a Halloween costume, I don't get why you're not, you know.
So I can dress like Hitler just around, and you can wear that for Halloween.
I mean, God, I idolize pilots, not Hitler. But
well, I don't idolize Hitler, but I'm just saying you can. We're talking cans.
I think we're unpacking a bigger bag on the appropriation thing, which, you know, I think is just the biggest compliment you could pay to someone. But
I wholeheartedly agree with that. But
what I learned. So
some people, the people that I guess matter, tend to disagree with that.
right. Well, I get it at a certain point, but
no,
that's neither
exactly.
here nor there.
All right, my final pick. I'm going with dog leg rights. Now,
Wow.
there is no better layout for a golf course than a dog leg right for your boy. It plays right into my slice. You give me a hard right angle, I'm fucking green bound. I can get the ball in the air. I can get it slicing right. But yeah, dog
you get
leg
it to
left.
go deep before it turns too. So that's
what I mean. I can get it. I can get it there. Dog leg left, we got a different issue. I'm about farther from
Cutting
the hole
corners.
than when I started. But yeah, let's go with the dog leg right.
I like that, Jim. That's a strong finish right there. I didn't see that one coming. That wasn't even on my draft board.
I didn't have a draft board. I thought we were just going real dogs, and I
thought we were going real dogs
bamboozled.
too.
You threw me for a loop with, I forget what your first dog was.
The underdog. That came spur of the moment.
That was really good. That was really good. It fucking threw me for a loop.
I knew it would.
And honorable mention, shout out Shih Tzu, half Poodles. I mean, Duke, what a legend.
Yeah.
That guy.
Shout out Snoop Dogg.
Snoop-a-Loop.
Wiener Dogs.
I'm trying to think. Chili Dogs.
Golden Retrievers are kind of sick. Shepherds are kind of sick.
I'm over
anything that's not a Chihuahua.
We're in 2024. You're telling me we can't have all dogs that just don't fucking shed anymore? It's crazy. It's gotten too much, or at least hypoallergenic. But damn, that's the draft. That was
good bod, man.
Turned out to be surprisingly better.
Give it up, man. Let's give it up. One time.
We love to see it. We got a soccer clap, a little golf clap. Just ring them all in. But that's it,
Let's
folks.
do a golf handshake. Right here, and then you just release.
Oh, that's the one you're talking about. Yeah. Get a nice pop in there.
Kind of into it.
Yeah.
Kind of into it.
It's dope. But all right, folks, that's it. And then until next time, peace.
Peace.